Cursed Asylum. It was the kind of night that wrapped the town in silence. A cold October evening in upstate New York, Detective Daniel Morris sat in his dimly lit office, the rain tapping against the blinds. A folder lay open on his desk, marked with a thick red stamp, "Unsolved, Restricted." Inside were black and white photographs of the St. Helena Psychiatric Institute, an asylum abandoned since the late 1970s. The building had been closed after a series of patient disappearances, brutal killings, and unexplained phenomena. Locals swore the place was cursed, but police reports only ever described them as unsolved incidents. Daniel had seen his share of murder cases, but the aura of this one was different. Each photograph carried a kind of dread, as if the images themselves were infected. His partner, Detective Sarah Collins, walked in carrying 2 coffees. "Looking at old ghosts again?" she asked. Daniel closed the file halfway. "Not ghosts, bodies. A fresh one was found near the asylum last week." Sarah froze, coffee still in hand. "Fresh after 40 years. He nodded. "Young woman, 24. Car found by the asylum gates. Her body turned up in the woods 3 days later, strangled. And something else." Sarah frowned. "Something else?" Daniel slid another photo toward her. It showed the woman's neck, not just bruised, but etched with claw marks, deep and unnatural. Silence filled the office. Both detectives knew what that meant. The line between crime and horror was about to blur. The asylum stood like a corpse on the hill, its windows shattered like jagged teeth, its walls strangled with ivy. The iron gates groaned open when Daniel pushed them, as though the building itself exhaled at their arrival. Inside, the air smelled of mildew and rust. Broken wheelchairs lay scattered like skeletons of forgotten patients. Faded charts and files littered the ground. The walls carried faint stains, blood perhaps, or the residue of time. Their flashlights cut through the darkness, beams trembling against peeling paint and shadow. "Daniel," Sarah whispered, "doesn't it feel like we're being watched?" He didn't answer, but he felt it too. The deeper they moved, the stranger it became. In one ward, children's toys lay scattered across the floor. Dolls with cracked faces, a rocking horse tipped to one side. Yet the asylum had never housed children. In the records room, they found patient files dating back to the 1950s. Many ended abruptly, with no discharge date. Just the word, transferred. But there was no record of where. Suddenly, a sound echoed down the hall. A woman's scream, distant yet sharp. Both detectives froze. The scream was followed by footsteps, running. Then, silence. Daniel raised his gun. Sarah's hand trembled on her flashlight. "Stay close," he whispered. The scream led them to the basement. The staircase groaned under their weight as they descended into darkness. Down there, the smell of bleach grew stronger, mixed with something metallic. Blood. They found a rusted gurney in the center of the room, restraints still attached. Stains marked the floor. Dark and permanent on the wall were words carved deep into the stone. They never left. Before Sarah could speak, the lights flickered. For a moment, Daniel thought he saw movement, a shadow, tall and thin, crossing the far wall. The scream returned, louder this time, echoing from every corner. But it wasn't just a scream. It was laughter too. High-pitched, manic, unhuman. Sarah backed toward the stairs. "Daniel, we shouldn't be here." But Daniel's instincts as a detective chained him to the spot. Something about the file, the body, the asylum's history. It was all connected. He had to know.